today I'm working to get an entire challenge live, something we've been working over the last week or so. Lindsay and I have been putting together our title, kind of the content we're going to be using. We just shot some videos last night for the challenge. And so I have to put this all together anyway uh, today and get ads running and all that. So I've done it a few times, and I know people in our community potentially could be running their own challenges. So I figured if I just kind of show you what I'm doing, this could be some content for that could help some people. So if you guys have questions, you can drop them in the chat. I will keep the chat open here so I can see. Happy to take any tech questions while I'm doing this. Like I said, I have to do it anyway and go through the whole process. So I figured let's just do it out in the open and let whoever wants to watch it try and just tag along and see if you can learn anything. So, in a recap, before what I did was we went through and made a kind of giant to do list in Notion, everything we needed to do. We went ahead and got our first landing page video out, and then we started working our way through ClickFunnels. So uh, I've made some notes about what each of these pages are going to do, some of the tags I'm going to use, and then I've got just a list of things we've got to do as far as graphics and updating various things. So getting email automation up. So there's still quite a bit of work to do. Really, a lot of the heavy lifting is in the video and this uh, first page. Really, I'd say this is like 80% of the work, getting this first landing page up, and then doing the upsell page. Um, sorry, upsell. It's landing. There's actually a missing page. That's order form. So that actually goes here, and that goes there. And then this one is its own page. Perfect. I knew there was something off. So there's actually 4 pages right there. So most of the work is done here. These are very quick. I would say this is 80-90% of the work, honestly. This is just a checkout form. This is just a video with a button. And this is just a video with a button. So there's some technical things going on for tracking and all that that will happen inside of those pages. But, really, this is very, very minimal as far as what has to be done in those pages. So I wanted to get everything kind of for that page done first. In hindsight, if I was going to reorganize and create a checklist, I think I would almost do it by landing page and like move all this video stuff in here. But that's just how I like to organize it. This is fine for now. Uh, okay, so we're not going to do the ads just yet. We'll do those later tonight or tomorrow. As far as the filming the ad, I will put this landing page video live as an ad, so you guys can see how that goes. And I have to, like I said, I'm doing it more just because I have to get it done. If it helps kind of show you all the steps, that's fine too. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so that's kind of the overview. Again, keeping this little chart up is super helpful, even just for me. No one else is going to see this checklist except for me, but it just helps me as I have ideas or thoughts just to keep track of it. I have tried different methods. I actually have like a little whiteboard, tiny little whiteboard here that I use as well. I used to have that and put a giant checklist on. This is just nice because it seems to look a little more organized and it's easier to note. But I do will sketch some notes out there so I can see it. I also use this giant whiteboard back there. That is 15 feet wide, and I normally try to fill it every few weeks. So, all right, let's jump in here. I got to just sort of remember where we were. So that's another reason to have a checklist. So we were in the landing page. We've got the video in. Let's go ahead and look at the landing page real quick. Let's just get back into ClickFunnels here. Okay, so we've got our title. I think what I'm going to do, I've seen a few people do this recently, and I think I'm in the edit page. Here we go. So there's our preview. That's the ClickFunnels edit view. I'm going to actually add a countdown timer. I've seen this done, and I kind of like how it looks. So let's add a section here, and we'll just do full width up here. So I'm going to add a row. Let's do 3 columns, and I'm not actually sure where I want to do this, but let's just go ahead and drop in. So ClickFunnels has a countdown built in, countdown 2.0. This challenge is going to be starting on the 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And what are we going to say here? I'm going to probably move this to the middle one. Let's get rid of these. Not entirely sure why I did a 3 column. I think sometimes I put a button up here or register now. Let's go ahead and put some text, and I'll use paragraph text, and we'll bold that, and we'll just say challenge starts in ... And now I don't actually want it to be white, so we're going to change this background color to the dark color that we have. So it's just, and honestly, I think I'm going to do, yeah, I just want to do some high contrast here because this is very important for people. I think it's going to kind of catch people's attention. So let's go in here. I can actually change this as well from the color here. And then I'm going to add a little top padding. See, I just move it down a bit. Now, you kind of have to like mouse over and then mouse off, and you can kind of see what it's going to look like once you're done. Let's just remove all the padding off here. So even if you take all the padding off, it's still way too big. And so if we click into this, we can reduce this even further, and we can kill some padding here. I think I may put these side by side. That's maybe what I'm going to do. So I think what I'll do is actually switch this to a 2 column. Just kind of playing with a lot of this stuff. The good thing is you can drag and drop stuff all around. And then what I'll do is kind of crunch these together. So you can reduce the width. See how those kind of come together. Now I don't want it to wrap, and I'm going to delete that column there. Okay. And let's go ahead and make this bigger and bolder. And I'm going to also float this. Is this centered? Let's do a small one. I just really wanted to be just pretty small up there, not really taking up a whole lot of space. So I was reducing padding on the section, but you could also reduce padding on the on this part of it. So just the row, which is this blue thing. It goes green, blue, orange, just because of your colors that you end up using. So I want to put a little padding here, so these kind of stay vertically aligned. I'm struggling with the how this is going to look. Kind of want to add something else and then what you can also do is we're going to make this sticky, stick on scroll. So what will happen is you won't see it over here, but when I get to the page, I'm going to hit preview. Here's a little pro tip. If you use the preview link, the changes are instantaneous. So as you are checking something, it immediately just updates. So if I make a change, hit save and refresh here, it's immediately up there. If you go to the domain with your own custom domain, it takes about a minute or two to actually update. So I see a few people jumped on. We're just doing a full breakdown of our entire challenge process. So I'm building out a challenge today. We're going to launch some ads today. We have a challenge for Kingdom Messenger starting next week. And so I am just working my way through basically launching it today. And so I'm going to launch this whole challenge in a day. And I thought I'd just share it with anyone who thought this would be helpful. So I do remember that we had some cool music going on last time. So let me pull this back in. Let's bring it down to like that. I always have music on, so I kind of have to have some. There you go. Always good to have some lo-fi music. If you look at some good background music, lo-fi music, man, that's where it's at. Okay, so we've got some good contrast here. I like how that scrolls. And then what I'll do is just on mobile, that sometimes isn't going to look so good. I wonder if it will scroll. Let's do this. There's a little hack. If you use the inspect tool, I can make this. Kind of want to see what it's going to look like on mobile. So it's actually something goofy going on there. Oh, okay, if you refresh. That's actually pretty nice. I like that a lot. But there's a lot of extra spacing here, so I'm going to clean that up over here. Just take all that spacing out. Oh man, there's just a lot. Let's see. I think there's Okay, so it's always, you kind of have to flip back and forth between. See, now that messes that up. It's just how it goes. So there's definitely some good hacks to get this do what you want. I'm gonna not spend a lot of time on this because I can easily obsess, as you can see, over silly details. And we gotta launch today. That's one of our mentors always says. You just gotta set a deadline, right? And then make sure it actually happens. Let's bump this way and then reduce that. Okay, I think that's starting to look like how I was envisioning it. Yeah, just kind of small at the top. Didn't want to take a huge amount of space. Okay, so we got that. We're also going to use this countdown. So I'll duplicate this. I'm going to bring it kind of down here. I'm going to put it in a few places anyway. So let's go down here. Let's change the time units to the gold, and labels, fine. I don't mind if those are great. That kind of a gray color. Yeah, I'll leave it a small. The small countdown is the only one that works on both devices, desktop and mobile. If you use a medium or a large, it just wraps awkwardly to 2 lines on mobile. And so I have in some cases done one specifically for a desktop and one for a mobile, but that's that. Okay, so let's see. So all of this is going to change, and for the sake of, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just hide this. So if something is, I like to start with making sure the page is not wrong. Let's update this graphic. That is very old. Let's see. I would honestly have to find where that even is. So if you're watching the replay of this, you can just fast forward, which is going to be really cool. And if you're watching live, I apologize. So we have a lot going on here, but I can't find that graphic anywhere. So you can't really search, unfortunately, in Figma. Turn that music down just to... Okay, so I wonder if it's in a different folder. Okay, I'm not going to obsess about that. I'll probably end up remaking it. What I most likely did was make that in a Keynote, and then I screenshotted that and just dropped it in as is. So I'll come back and fix that. But for now, let's go ahead and do that. And I always like to be very, very accurate. So I will go pull up Lindsay's actual stats here. This is part of our Kingdom Messenger dashboard. So anyone who signs up for our intensive gets a little dashboard, and we track all of the numbers here. So we're at 289,000 across the entire community. So that's how we just track all the stats. And then we are able to filter by person. And so each person gets their own dashboard here. So I will go check Lindsay's actual numbers. 139,000. Wow, I thought it was 120. This is why we check things. 139,660. All right. That's good. We're almost at 150,000. That's sweet. 139,660. Okay, let's go to too many tabs. Sorry. 139,660. Oops. Nope, that is a little too many. Some extra zeros there. 660. And this was 18. So we have to go February. It would be the 20. So it's 2 years and then 5 months. So that's 27 months. And I'm going to just say 2.5 years. That's actually years later. The posture audience has grown to 130. Why are you thinking that's Grammarly doesn't like has grown? There we go. Oh, there's Marcella. How are you doing, Marcella? Good to have you on here. Just going through doing a quick tutorial here on how to put this entire challenge live today. So I'm just doing it live with anyone who wants to watch, hopefully learn something. Okay, so we're starting here by just making sure the wrong stuff is out. And again, for this, to get it to the whole page is not wrong, I'm going to, and you guys don't know what I mean by not, it's basically want there to not be anything here that's wrong information. It's the wrong name, it's the wrong dates, so it doesn't confuse anyone. Optimizing then to the design and the copy and all that will come later. I just, for whatever reason, I can get all the wrong stuff out first, and then go from there. Classes. Okay, yes, so this is wrong. It says, are these classes live? And these are live. These are not recordings. Yes, we will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern on July 27th, 28th, and 29. Replays will be available for Grammarly there 1 week after the event. All right. Thanks, Marcello. That's awesome. Appreciate it. So there we go. So we've actually changed this Launch Your Kingdom podcast. We've actually changed that language. So we're going to say, what did we say at the top here? Reach a stadium size audience. Reach a stadium sized. Start to reach your stadium sized. Oh, now it wants to hyphenate it. Before it didn't want to. Can I bold that and underline it? And I don't like that those are on 2 lines. So let's. There we go. I'm kind of picky about one word. There we go. I don't like having one word on a line or something wrapped weirdly. So instead of join the workshop, let's say, we'll say start registration now or something. And I'll put a little icon there. I feel like this always does better. Some sort of check box or something. Okay, cool. Clickfunnels is very powerful. If you haven't used it before, it is something you have to kind of learn and get, just build up the patience for it. But once you get to know it, I didn't like it at the beginning, and now I've kind of, I kind of know it now. So now this is what we use for everything. So, okay, so I've done this all perfectly. So rather than sit here and then like try to redo that, see how this one's old as well. It's kind of not what I wanted. I just duplicated that whole section, and I'm going to bump it back up, put them next to each other, and delete the old one. Pretty cool, huh? That's pretty fast. And I'm seeing if there's any others. And then I do want to grab that countdown. I like this countdown, and I want to drag that to the box. So typically, anytime we have a registration button, I'm going to put the text. It's not a rule, but that does work. We'll see how this looks. That looks nice. Okay. And I may just change how this is being centered. You could say full center parallax. You see how that works? See how there was something bright back there, and it was right over the text. And I don't know if I like the thin text on. Let's change the text color to white and the bold to gold. Bold to gold. So this is pretty much how it goes with me working by myself anyway. Okay. So again, I've updated this, and I like everything about it. So instead of messing with, what I'm also gonna do is just make sure it's nice and mobile responsive. So flip it into mobile. 90% of the traffic is going to be looking at this on mobile. So I know, I think a year or two ago when I was learning some of this ClickFunnels from Pedro Adeo, he said I saw him do his whole funnel and he only had it in the mobile view. I almost had a heart attack, but it was like, but that's the reality is if you don't even care what's on mobile, that's a great place to start. This is really easy to just stack a bunch of stuff vertically. It's actually, if you're getting started, I think that's a great strategy. Like just leave it in mobile the whole way through. And I think it's a great strategy, honestly. So I've come to appreciate that. And you can see here for each of these texts, you have a size, then you have a mobile size. That's what I'm changing here. And I'm actually gonna, yeah, this is fine actually. I don't know if I like sort of the treatment on this. So let's take it from not uppercase and just normal spacing. Maybe 1 pixel here. And then let's change this. Yeah, I kind of like that a little better actually. And the clock there. So what I'm going to do, see, because I'm going to duplicate this. So instead of making much changes here, I just wanted to also check mobile. And now I can duplicate that whole thing with one click and then bring this down here. And I'm going to delete the old one here. So you can see you're just kind of getting it right in one place. And I'll go ahead and save that. Just Clickfunnels does not save automatically. So definitely use that save feature often. And it will come up and like remind you, but it's not very often. Okay, let's refresh. So you'll see when I scroll over this one, see how isn't that kind of cool? See how the picture stays there, but like the text floats over it. I think that's pretty sick. Doesn't work on mobile. That's a parallax effect. Doesn't work on mobile. Mobile browsers don't support parallax like that, but still kind of cool. And it just gives a little bit of movement of the text kind of flying over this background. So I think that looks pretty cool. Awesome. So, and if you have any questions, Marcello, or anyone else who's watching, just drop them down. I'm happy to take questions. If I can go in too fast on something, I'll repeat something. I'm going to fix, I actually just thought of this. Let me fix this guy. I'm going to move slowly. I'm going to put it on top of this one. So if you can see what I just did there, this was in the bottom there, but I actually don't ever want those to overlap. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to reduce this guy. Okay, so that way these two things kind of stay together. And then this is way too big. So let's change that mobile size down to 22. It's not actually that important. But if people are on and let's do that cool bold gold thing that we did before, and text color. Oh, I know exactly what's going on with that. I will, okay, so this is Clickfunnels. Little quirky thing. So basically, like, it gets into this mode I've seen where no matter what you do, it's going to be in bold. And so what you have to do is actually put it in desktop. You cannot do this in mobile view. And then basically paste it into a new box, set that size nice and big. And now just bold stadium sized audience. And I think I'm going to, I did say audience, right? Yeah, audience. Nice. And then you see how the text is kind of overlapped. Let's first change it to white. Let's change the bold to gold, and this will actually work now. But somehow, like, it gets into a mode where all the text is just bold, and there's no way you can undo it. That is just the best thing to do is just recreate it. You'll spend a lot of time wasting trying to figure out why it's doing that, and there's no reason. It's just broken. I'm just a little concerned if we do that underline. People may think that's a link, but let's go with it for now. I kind of want to say message here as well. So you see what we did. Yeah, that's probably going to work for me. And then let's go back to the mobile. So, okay, now it's absolutely humongous. Let's go down to 24. A little small. I just don't want that one word on the line. And this is too big too. This is not that important either. 18, 14. Wow, that is very small. Yeah, let's leave it. We'll just let it wrap to 2 lines. So now I have to keep making it bigger so it can wrap to, there we go. I kind of want 3-day. want the word 3-day. There we go. So there's that, and then this one's too big. Again, just wrapping awkwardly, so let's just back it off a hair. Yep, perfect. And that looks pretty nice. Get access to our on-demand workshops. That's not called an on-demand workshop. Register for our 3-day challenge. And we'll say, let me just put the dates here. July 27, 29. I think those are important things for people, is the dates. Cool. And let's do like a fun little icon here. Check. Kind of like a register. Yeah. That's fine. Let's just do an arrow. And if we do that arrow, we're just going to put it on this other side. So there's an icon picker after arrow. We want it on the other side of it. So we'll do this guy. Because basically you're going to click on it. It's going to take you, in my mind, to the next page, which is going. So that's a nice little trigger. I'm sure there's a lot of really good. I don't really know why these stacked that way. So what I've got, the reason there's a red box around these is it says desktop only. So I don't need to have like 2 pages worth of comments so high up on the page. So I do show one here, and then just these ones are also really great. And there's probably a lot more. This whole text is actually going to change, but at this point it's not wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it. And then she has a whole thing about the comments she's been getting. And then that text, and then stadium size audience and frequently asked questions. And that's it. And I did notice when you click the pop-up, it said something about on demand. Yeah. Register for our start reaching your stadium. We're going to put that everywhere. I think it's a good. And then we're going to say July 27, 29. Starts July 27. And that's the info there, your name and email. Again, it's kind of easy to, I'm kind of coming in here modifying it. So it'd probably be helpful if we did one from scratch. But that's not how it works here. I've already got it started. So, this is just a real example of how it's being used. And there's so many templates and stuff to start with. So the things that the reason I'm using this is that because it's already here is a lot of the custom fonts and text and colors and all that stuff are already dialed in. So I'm not wasting a lot of time. I really don't want to waste time on the non-important stuff. So the fonts, the colors, the design is actually not really the most important thing. It's the copy, it's the content, it's what you're sharing. It's this video right here. That's the stuff that really is going to convert people. And so I just did this one nice theme once, and then I don't have to keep coming to it over and over again, right? And keep dialing that in. I just work on lets me focus on the copy and the content. So I'm going to call this one. Last thing you want to do is make sure this SEO metadata is good. So we're going to say kingdom. Let's say reach your stadium sized audience. Actually, let's just do 3-day Kingdom Messenger challenge. I kind of want to put the dates in here. Let's do July 27. And then we'll say start reaching your stadium with the message stirring in your heart. So this is really important because this is going to get shared on Facebook, for example, and this is what it's going to look like when it's shared. So we do want to fix this. Let's say Bruce Lindsay Van Zale here. I think that's fine for now. Social image. I will make a graphic for this workshop. Let's just do it now. We have to get it all done anyway. That's kind of where these things go. Like we're like, I could do it now, or we're doing it now because this has to go live. So again, reusing. So I'm gonna just pull one that I like here. You see, we have kind of the same general theme going on. That's the power thing about a good brand. We worked with Russell Shaw to do our brand, and it was worth every single penny that we did because we get something that looks like this. And he actually did it for posture, and then we just reused a lot of the branding. So this is all posture branding, the little posture P that's also a candle that also symbolizes the start of something new. Super cool icon that he did for us. And all this key art. And then he did these cool little circles and things like that that we pulled in for just highlights. And so, and then it's just something that was really important to Lindsay once we got to a certain point. And I'll just put a disclaimer that you do not need a logo and a brand to get started on any of this stuff. Lindsay had reached at least 20,000 people in her audience before we even thought about a brand. So don't worry about a brand. And we actually had to get posture to a point where it could even pay for a brand because branding is expensive. Good branding is expensive. So that is how that went. But that just allows us now to just do these things very, very quickly. So I'm going to just pull this text in, copy. I'm not even going to type it because who has that kind of time? Reach stadium size audience. Let's pull this back. I don't want to see if I can get it to 2 lines. And we have these cool little squiggle. So I will grab that. Let's get rid of this mic. And so now, see, I only have to do is change that mic picture. And we're going to say Kingdom, all caps, Kingdom Messenger 3 day challenge. Okay. I don't want to be getting super creative at this point. I want to get the content out. I don't even need that line, I don't think. Let's put the dates in there. Let's just do it. Yeah, dates. July 27th to 29, 8 p.m. daily. The people get very confused about the timing of it. I feel like most of our questions are about what time is it, and so I'm just gonna move this to the top. Let's see if we can make this work. This squiggle, stadium sized. Sometimes this works. Sometimes I end up spending a lot of time that I don't need to. Okay, let's just go ahead and capitalize everything. Stadium sized audience with the message stirring in your heart. So Lindsay will typically come back and fix all my goofy grammar. She's not here right now, so this version goes out as is, and then we can fix it on version 2. Community. Here's our cool graphic here of the stadium. Let's just copy that. So again, I said this already, but actually, I'm going to move. This is for our kind of webinar stuff. So let me move this back down into this guy so they're all kind of together. So this way you can kind of see your whole brand kit coming together. There's a thumbnail, kind of see it all on one page, which is nice. I do like that. So it all feels cohesive. And then when you do need to just copy stuff like this image, I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to click into this and hit paste. And then we're just going to resize it. I kind of want to get it as well where that's kind of at the top. Yeah, because it kind of fades nicely. And then all I need to do is move it to the bottom here. And it's a bit bright, so let's just pull that opacity down. I like very high contrast, and people are distracted, and we need to make it really easy to read. Reach a stadium-sized audience with the message stirring in. I think yours should be capitalized. Let's bold all that. Let's make it bigger. It's a little thin and not spread it out, just a hair here. Oh, nope, I like it where it was. Okay, now that that's, again, grouping, I can kind of move this down here, I think. Okay, that is going to work for now. We're going to call it KMC July 2022. This the reason I labeled them up here in the file name is because the artboard here. That is what I think it's called a frame actually. This is going to be, we call it our share GFX, and if you remember, we have a graphic checklist down here. Create share graphic. We just completed that. Let's go back here. So we go to, so first we need to export it. Let's click on this. I did restart my Chrome instance, so now it's actually, I can actually save things from my computer, which is great. If you were in the part 1, I could not export things or open the file browser. It's just a little goofy Chrome thing. And when in doubt, restart your computer or restart your browser. Fixes 99% of the problems. Okay, so let's go to outputs, share graphic. Let's bump over to this guy, settings, SEO metadata. And so we just did all of that just so when someone shares it, they see a really cool graphic, not just a picture of Lindsay and I, but something that actually tells you what it's called and what you can hope to get out of it. We found that works very well. So let's go to July. Gotta find this share graphic. Andrew Birchfield, what's up, man? Congrats on the new baby. That's super exciting. What do you not do? Yeah, I think everyone who's running a business needs to be able to build a funnel. That's what I've learned. This kind of comes with the territory. All right, so now we have that, which is stadium size audience with messages, and that's really nice and bold, and you can read it. So even when it's small, you can still read it. That's a great test of a good design. There's another principle called the 8-foot rule. So if you stand 8 feet away from your computer, you should be able to still read it and kind of see what it is. So won't do that right now, but you can see even though it's like so tiny over here, it still looks good. Okay, so we are cruising along here. Create a cover photo. So I will just go ahead and do that real quick now because we're in it already. There's so this is going to be the cover photos. This is going to be more of like a wide banner. So I'm going to bring this guy in, and I can find, we have a very specific size, I think. Yeah, 1079. I don't know where I found this size. I think it was from Steven Diaz, and he may have just made it randomly, and now I'm copying him every time. So maybe not even the right thing to do, but this seems to work well for Facebook. This that aspect ratio, so it's 250 by 7. Did I say 779? I think I'll just type it in 779. And we have lost our date. So let's click on this. July. Just move this guy up. So we're gonna have some banners as well. So for the Tribe Social group, I think over here, you'll see that we'll have our groups here. So for our launch, we'll have this kind of wide banner. So I could look here and measure this. So that's 720 by 300. So it's kind of like a almost twice as wide as it is tall kind of aspect ratio. So this is a lot more narrow. So I'll kind of maybe just make this 800. I need to find a more standard size, but that's how it goes. That's how we. Okay, let's change this image now. Kind of find a better spot here, and can probably shrink this back a little bit so we can see a little more of that stadium. Cool. I'm gonna back this down just a little bit, and then now that this is smaller, I like to have it wrapped the same way. Stadium sized. Oh, you know what? Only thing I would do here is probably add a picture of Lindsay and I to this, but for now, let's kind of center that. And what I found, there are some centering tools. I do use that for the left and right, but I find vertically to do it by eye. That's the trick. So cover photo. This aspect ratio may be totally wrong, but I'm going to leave it like that. The main thing is to keep it all centered in the middle as possible. Oh yeah, Figma is awesome. You should definitely use Figma. I'm glad that's helping out. But yeah, I'll show you Figma real quick. I think I did this in the part 1 of this video, but we have our entire company or the whole organization of Kingdom Messengers is in this one document. So all the logos and branding, community, intensive. So what's cool about this is once you share it once with a team member, they have access to everything, and we're all just working off the same thing. For applications like Tribe Social, we have one that's way bigger. We have a page just for marketing. We have a page just for app UI mobile. We have a page for app UI desktop, and so forth. So, and then all of our products here as well. So when we did mock-ups for t-shirts and all that, all stays right here. And I do use the downloaded version on my desktop, but for the sake of this training, we're just gonna just do it in the browser, which has been kind of an interesting learning curve. Okay, so let's jump back to for webinar. So, we don't use Adobe for any design work. Nope, no design work. We only use Figma. Yep, I do have Adobe. I do use that Premiere. I've been using that for the video editing side, and so I have the Creative Cloud because every now and again someone sends me an AI file, and you cannot open an AI file with Figma. So that's how that goes. Awesome. I'm going to keep these comments down here so I can see them. All right, so cover photo's done. Let's check that off. Now I have too many tabs open. Cover photo. And then let's go into here. So we've got email automation and all that. I typically wait. I like to do things at the very last second, not too early and not too late. So I will get all this running. I'll even turn the ads on, and then I'll go sit and build all this stuff out after the ads are running. I know you're doing it live. It's just add some extra fun to it if it's all live. And so I'm not going to worry about any of this right now. Some of it's already set up, but the emails and all that, I think I typically will do at least one of these, but it takes a few hours for the ads to get approved. So by the time that's done, I'm already done with this. So video, thank you. Let's move on to the thank you page, and then we'll do the upsell. And these are actually in the wrong order. Just move that like that. So upsell, thank you. Okay, let's go there. So save this. And one thing I do want to do here before I move on, Facebook Pixel. Well, we don't need it there, but we do want what is it called? Integration. We want ActiveCampaign hooked up. And I just do this now because I'm thinking about it, and this is not a fun thing to forget to do because you cannot go back. You can kind of, but it's a mess. So Kingdom Messenger, and then we actually decided on these tags way back here. So I'm going to call it a lead, and I'm just going to copy these and paste them. When you've got stuff that has to be that precise, I never stop copying pasting, even something as simple as that, because you may capitalize the J, you may capitalize the L, you may have put a period there instead of a dash, just because you kind of can't, so once I've got that, I just copy paste. Saves me having to ever get that wrong, because I'm going to do a bunch of triggers on the ActiveCampaign side so that when that tag is added, it's going to do a bunch of things. If those don't align, you're going to just waste a lot of time that way. So opt-in, here's the order form. Let's move on. I'm going to open this in a new tab. See how I kept this guy open and this guy, so they're all stacked now, and so I can just jump between them much more easily. So some quick stuff. Let's go ahead and change the SEO metadata. I know that's going to be wrong, so we'll call this. And this is where having them open is nice, because look at this. Again, copy paste is your friend. Paste. Paste. I'm not going to type all that again. Why would I type it again? There's our share graphic, add image. Okay, cool. Save. So this I may come back and change because this is actually kind of like our stack. No, this is actually wrong. Yeah, I may come back and edit this. Let's change the word challenge there. It's the wrong challenge. Challenge order form. We've only ever used the word workshop, and it's kind of funny because we only have Kingdom Messenger workshop.com, but I'm not sweating it. We said in our out of scope thing down here that we are not buying any new domains. No new domains. So I know all of us entrepreneurs like to just go crazy with the domains, and I have way too many already. So we're just going to ignore the fact that it's Kingdom Messenger Workshop and we're changing it to challenge. We're just going to run with it. Okay. Also, what I'll do, because kind of taking the stance of generally assuming being lazy, I'll just type the word workshop. I'll hit Command F and just search all through this document. And then I can there's 12 instances where it says workshop. Did I just change that? I think I did just change that. I deleted workshop and then added it again. There we go. Workshop, challenge. And this actually is a workshop because that was our 90-day dash. Graham Cook. We'll include these. I think these are good bonuses. You should do a workshop on shape up. I know. That would be so awesome. We should just do a shape up from a Kingdom perspective. There you go. I love it. I could talk about shape up all day long. See, this is kind of funny. Now that I highly recommend getting Grammarly, because I did not have Grammarly when I first put this together. That's what's supposed to say workshop. That's supposed to say challenge. You know what I did? I've got the same tab opened in two places. So that's a mistake. I wonder if anyone caught that. Okay, I'm going to delete this. I don't want to save. I want to just leave. That's why I knew I'd change the text here. Okay. Let's do workshop now. Sometimes, you see things and you're like, oh, this app is so buggy. Sometimes the user is buggy. This little down arrow is super helpful because it just jumps you to the, who is this? Challenge. If we did a shape up, now that I'm looking at Andrew's comments, if we did a shape up workshop, I would totally get Ryan back on to do a guest session with us because he was a lot of fun to hang out with. Are these classes live? And I did answer this question already. And again, I tried to be lazy here and just copy. I already wrote it once. Let's not get creative. There it is again. 8 p.m. East, and I will do that. Cool, and then workshop here. So I'm not changing the structure of this page. And in our intensive, I give all of this stuff away. Just a shameless plug here. If we get all these templates that we use for our challenges, I just give those away. So if you're in our intensive and you're like, you want this challenge, I can give you a share link for it. Here we go. Who's this challenge? Okay, I think we're good on the workshop. There we go. We only got 2 instances now. It's perfect. And they're going to drop their name, email, payment details, and that's complete order. I'm going to change it to something like by and then it's not get immediate access. Not just save your seat. Okay, now I'll just say place order. It's good for now. And then we do have a link over here to PayPal. That is a whole different thing. I actually, again, I'm a little lazy with this stuff because what I'll do is I'm going to turn this off because I know it's not there. It's takes a minute. You have to basically duplicate this whole page. Oh, and I don't want to delete it. I just want to, there we go. And I'll hide this. Perfect. Save. So if you want to do PayPal, this is set up for Stripe for this page, and then I'll do another page. I'll just duplicate it. I think that if you paid the $2.95 plan on ClickFunnels, you can actually have it flip between both. We are on the cheapest plan on ClickFunnels because we use affiliate referral, and basically we make more from ClickFunnels than we spend each month, and I like to keep it that way. So by jumping to the $2.95, we're not quite making $300 yet. I like to make it break even. So it's basically a free app for us. Okay, so there's our page. There's a lot that can be optimized on here. I probably wouldn't run traffic to it just yet, but for the sake of kind of touching each thing once on this this kind of overview, I'm just going to leave it like that. And again, let's get it functional and not wrong. So this isn't the best sales training, and some of the stuff is at least make it not wrong. We're not doing 5, 3, at least that is there. And actually this is not too wrong. So I'll leave it there. Save. Let me just check the paid and free. So we believe, yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is good. I just want to make sure we did actually have this as a free option before. And so I just want to make sure there's no language about just click here to get immediate access for free because we are changing this to a paid. It's always a $37 upsell. Why do landing pages on ClickFunnels versus ActiveCampaign or just a WordPress site? Well, one, you never want to use WordPress for anything. And Andrew and I already had that because of the conversation before. So I'm not a huge WordPress fan, but we do use some ActiveCampaign. The ActiveCampaign page builder is, it's not ideal, but and I don't know. ClickFunnels is kind of fun just because, I don't know, it just works pretty well. And again, the builder, I built all the templates for it. So all the custom CSS, I did all that in part 1 of this video earlier today. So yeah, it just has all the templates and it's working. And ClickFunnels has made it to us. We've made plenty from it. Could I have done this on a WordPress site? Absolutely, you can work it, but it just seems to work a little bit easier on ClickFunnels. As long as you can get past the design stuff and you can customize and kind of override a lot of the default styles, you can make it look however you want. I think if we were to move to a different page builder, what is it? Let me see there's actually I'm going to drop a link to one here. If I was going to start, there's a free option, and I think my brother sent this to me. And I will drop it in a comment here or tag you or something. But there's a great little free, is it not called Tally? Well, Tally Form is like a great free form builder. Tally.so. I think it's like type page builder type. Okay. I thought it was right there. Anyway, I'll send it to you, Andrew. There's another option that's really, really pretty, and I really like. I'd probably go with that for another page builder. I've also looked at using Notion to build out, these pages, but ClickFunnels is nice, and just kind of being in the ClickFunnel world is fun. So it leaves a lot to be desired. It's very buggy. I'm not saying it's because it's built on Ruby on Rails, but it's probably because it could be better. Okay, so let's get back to it here. I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, let's add a product. So it's not actually functional quite yet. We have to go back to the here. We got to go to products. And this integrates directly with Stripe. So I'm going to go Stripe, one-time payment, save and next. And we'll call this the 3 Kingdom Messenger July. Let's just do challenge. This is what's going to show up on the credit card. Drop 37. And what we did, Kingdom Messenger challenge, July. I'm going to just leave it at 37. Sometimes we do like a $27 early access ticket. And then once that's sold out, yeah, let's do that. That was fun, actually. Early access. Well, if you buy a week before rather than 3 days before, it's kind of a little silly because it's happening on Wednesday next week, but let's do it. And then you can say limit product inventory. Yes. And we want to say max inventory. Let's just do like 50 at that. And I'll leave pre-sold. This is getting a little goofy that if you wanted to like say, hey, there's 1,000 and then we've sold 950. And so like, it looks like there's a ton of people that registered. We're not going to do that. Save and next. And so then I'm going to grab the ticket, $37 ticket option here. So this workshop, copy that, go to back here. So this is where ClickFunnels gets annoying. You see how I was like on this page under, I was on this step and I went to this product, and when you hit save, it like jumps you back to this overview. Also, like, why is this CSS style sheet look this way? And then when you click products, it's like all wide. Oh, so hacked together. Okay, so let's go to follow-up actions and trigger follow-up. We want it to go to active campaign. So, oh yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't use WordPress. I mean, you can, like I said, you could definitely use WordPress for this stuff, but it just takes more work. And even as a developer, like we have to focus on the sales part of this, like not writing custom code. So I'd use, we have a really cool Tribe Social site here, which is super fast. It's hosted for free on Vercel. I built it in Next.js, and it's all hand coded. This is a 100% HTML kind of coded site in Next.js. Super fast, and it syncs with Notion, so all the content and everything comes in. But we don't really spend, even then, I still build out. If you go to start, like I use start.tribesocial.io is actually a ClickFunnels page. So we have a little pricing calculator. Yes, I can add it to the page, but this is so much faster to do it this way, even though I can go and drop it in code in no time. I still use it. So let's jump in here. Paste that in there. Add July 2020 workshop. Yes, please. Save it next. Is it physical product? No. Shipping. Okay, save and close. Okay, so now we have a product. If I were to go here and hit the, let's change the name of it first. Let's call it July complete purchase. Purchase complete. That's fine. Update page. And let's go to this page. So now we're at kingdommessengerworkshop.com/July complete purchase. Let's just see here, and you can see we've got 0 sold. And what I want to also do is just go ahead and add that regular price in there so people can kind of see that, and it will just fall over then. As soon as some 50 are sold, people can just start paying for the next one. So this idea of like focusing on ClickFunnels and for which software to use, like this could be like a whole training on its own, because now that Andrew's got me thinking, as a developer, the worst thing I could do is build a funnel in code. I need to be focused 100% on the marketing and the design and the copy and the conversion stuff. So I think it's good to know what you're like. If you're extremely strong in like the coding, design, like that stuff, go to a tool that means, that's what I love about Notion, honestly. Like Notion is a tool that doesn't require design. It doesn't require anything technical. It's just there to focus on the content. So I actually use Notion specifically because you can't really change much about the design, because I love changing stuff about the design. So that way it just kind of takes that whole thing out of, takes it off the table. So Kingdom Messenger Challenge. And there's no limit to this one. I'm going to say save and next. So enough about that. Let's see. follow up. I'm doing the same thing here. All of this is just that we could have one option that's 27. And what we'll probably do is email our list and say early bird price. If you've never purchased here, let's see if I can go July. So it's asking me to add it again, even though I just added it, because it hasn't actually added it on ActiveCampaign. It's just adding it here on ClickFunnels. When the first one goes through, then it will create it on ClickFunnels ActiveCampaign for me. Save and close. Okay, so now when I refresh this, there we go. So now I've got early access, which will be pre-selected, 0.50 sold, and that will update as we go. And this is working now. If someone came in here and they wanted to purchase, and then I see this is why you want to test your funnel. So let's go back and fix that pop-up. Make sure I don't have this open anywhere else. Okay, so there is a pop-up, and we want to go ahead and just, what I'd like to do is, if someone's on the order form and they're about to leave the order form, let's hook them back in with like this I have a little webinar here. So this is a webinar we did, probably one of the best trainings from Lindsay on this topic that we've had in a while. And but we've done this talk a few times, but this has been this has probably been the best version of it that we did earlier this week. So I'm going to drop this in here. So when you go there, show pop-up. So like free, let's say like 1 hour free training. Again, these are people who have seen this. So we actually going to change this. Say Bruce and Lindsay recently did on how to grow from zero, from an audience of 0 to over 10,000 plus. Oh, an audience. There we go. And then we'll say like, so I only care about showing this to people like if they've looked at it, they're like, oh, $37, I don't want this. Then I'm gonna give them one more shot to go watch this and watch Take Me to Free Training. Click for immediate access. So that's gonna take you there in the set action here. I'm gonna paste that and go back to our tribe site. Free gift, Lindsay and I, from 0 to, let's bold that. Oh, that was bold. Okay, save. Okay, and let me just check the mobile real quick. This scrolls down. I would highly recommend, if you're doing these funnels, to test it. Put it on a real device. Test it on your phone. Test it on your tablet. I have so often we do something like this, and I've got this whole pitch, and then you click on this link and it doesn't go anywhere. Test it. Like that's just, sometimes you add something. This one's so this says get access now. See, that's actually interesting. Why did I do 2? I wonder. Oh, because this one's huge. Has a lot of text, which is fine. And this one I'll just say complete purchase form. I'm in by complete purchase now, something. And then we'll just back this off here in size. There we go. It's one line. And I think for this as well, I'll just say I'm going to put this on desktop only. So you have only so much space to work with on mobile. So I am. Oh, and see, this is kind of, see, on mobile, honestly, I'm just not even going to include this because Oh, not, oh, whoops, I just did it. Yeah, okay. Got a little carried away there. Here's the picture. I have to find this again. Here we go. That. I actually want to just put it on desktop only. And this will be a desktop only. Because I don't want them scrolling too far. So this actually is an improvement, I think, because we just looked at it there. You know, it's right there, and now I'm back into the order form. I think that's fine for this. So I'll save that. Okay, so this is functional. And let's just, I think there's a tracking code on here for lead. Yeah, we do always add this FBQ. This will just tell Facebook when someone lands on this page that we do have their email address. So if I am optimizing for leads, which I am not optimizing for leads, but if I did want to do that, it's already set up for that. And I can at least track that person, how many leads different campaigns are getting. So let's go into $95 here. Close that. Okay, so this offer changed again, and so get it. This is going to be a one-on-one coaching call with Bruce or Lindsay. So we have another video. I'm going to go grab that, edit that now, and we just want to change the language around to say yes, add one-on-one coaching call for, and I just want to be really clear. We're not trying to trick anyone here, and this will be automatically charged there. So yeah, it's for $95. So this is this is where ClickFunnels, this whole checkout process, you can actually do some cool things here. And I will go ahead and Novo.io. If you guys want to try ClickFunnels, you can use my affiliate link. I think that'll work. Cool. So if you want to try it out, that's a cool, I don't know what, if it's not discounted, but I think maybe there's an extended trial or something. I don't even know. It's worth plugging in if you're doing any kind of marketing. It's worth it. Product. So this is what's cool. I do like this feature of ClickFunnels. So we're going to do this one-time payment, save and next. And I'm going to say one-on-one coaching call. We'll say one-on-one or Kingdom Messenger one-on-one coaching call. I just want to make sure the brand or some name is in there so they remember what it's for. $95. We probably will not sell an infinite amount of these. I think let's do 25. That's a lot. I don't recommend doing one-on-one coaching calls. For this, we know that if we get on a phone with someone and we have them solve some problem, we call it a one-on-one, we call it a breakthrough call. That's not a coaching. We just changed that because we like that name better. More people want to get breakthrough than be coached. So we're going to do breakthrough. And so we're doing that because it gives us a chance to be on the phone and have that one-on-one connection with someone. The goal is not to sell people on that call. The goal is to help them. And then naturally that should lead to some interest in maybe working with us. So that's how we're attempting to do that. And then we're going to do, and I'm going to call this like, let's break through call. And you see how I didn't I'm just going to fix this while we're here. July. It takes some time to learn all of these different tools, the project management, the Figma stuff, the ClickFunnels, all of this stuff together. But once you it took a lot longer to learn all the skills, but once we do it, it makes it so much faster that I can actually get this all set up in a day. If I was working with a team on this, yes, it would be less work for me. And I hope we can have a team to do this one day. But for now, it's all about quick iterations and trying a lot of different things. And so this has been really helpful to be able to spin this up in a day. We decided to do this about a few weeks ago. We've been planning towards it. This is just sort of the final execution step here. So I'm talking too much and forgot what we were doing. Okay, we're adding a product, I think. Yes, paste. July breakthrough call. Got it. Save and close. Okay, so right at this point, someone can actually go through this and they can add this call after they put their credit card in. And all they have to do is click that button and it will charge their card for $95. And so, and if they click here, it should go to the next. I think there's like hashtag no dash link. We'll just kick them to the next page. And let's change this. Add a one-on-one break through call. Now, I actually don't love, this is kind of an old style here. And that's not how you spell. Let's go. Let's do paragraph. We've got a few different fonts, or two fonts in our brand here. Let's kill this. Add a one-on-one breakthrough call with Bruce or Lindsay. Let's make this much bigger and fix the. Let's make 0.7. Okay, add a one-on-one breakthrough call with Bruce or Lindsay. Let me just do like. Now it feels a little tight. Let's go with 1 EM is always a safe bet. Special offer this page only 90 cents. Normally it's actually 247. 247 normally. Now only 95. Then there's going to be a video from us here saying why this would be the best decision of their life. Just kidding. And let's do SEO metadata while we're here. SEO, copy this, paste. I don't think anyone is going to share this, but you never know. We called it. Let's just change the name here. Breakthrough call. I gotta turn my AC on real quick because it's getting a little warm. Okay, save. Okay, I'm good with this. Oh, let's check mobile. Yeah, that is too big. And that's because I'm gonna do, I know this is not, I'm just gonna add a space there and you'll see this actually looks a lot better because it thinks that's all one word, so it can't break it. That looks very nice. Add a one-on-one breakthrough call. Save, and then this seems, make it a little smaller. Yeah, it's getting real small now. Okay, let's leave it like that. And these buttons don't look good at all when they're wrapped like that, but I'm not going to sweat it. Let's go here. Oh, and I think that upgrade your order is huge. Let's just change this. Okay, we are done with this page. So you can see how this one we're flying through upsell. So I'm just gonna strike this through because these are just huge sections. Order form's done. Landing page is done. Thank you page is left to do. Oh, I didn't add the video. Let's do the video. So I'll switch over to Premiere and did a lot of stuff about Premiere earlier when we were doing part 1. So I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, but we will just kind of do that initial basic treatment we did, which is the color correction. And I think I started to cut a few things together here. Upsell. Oh, we didn't do the upsell either. Okay, let's just do all these videos now. Okay, so we do this. Let's just see how that starts right on the first word.
Awesome, you are registered. Before you complete your order, we wanted to share some important information about the event. First of all, this is my husband, Bruce.
And so for this one, I'm just going to cut in. I'm going to go ahead and just edit it a little bit because I didn't do this a lot to the, oh, we actually want to be on Lindsay. So I'm going to go to the far frame right, get as far off so I'm kind of off the screen because she just says,
Awesome, you are registered. Before you complete your order, we wanted to share some important information about the event. First of all, this is my husband, Bruce.
and I can cut this timing is a little bit. We may go like this.
About the event. First of all, this is my husband, Bruce.
Hey guys, we're so excited. For some reason, every time we do these videos, I am so loud and Lindsay is not.
This is my husband, Bruce.
Hey guys, we're so excited to have maybe a little less. Let's go 3.4.
This is my husband, Bruce.
Hey guys, we're so excited to have you. All right. And for this, I typically just go off the actual audio levels that you're seeing there. Oh, that'll give us more space. Perfect. Oh, I'm doing a bunch of stuff here and not seeing it. There we go. Did this last time. I should just switch it like this. That's actually way cooler. Okay. You have to click share twice in Restream. So as we go through, so there's some. Oh, this is why we check things, because that's not even a whole take. Dial your who, your message, how to communicate and present on a camera really well. And so, okay, so there's a whole blooper right there. So let's see where this one picks up.
First of all, this is my husband, Bruce.
Okay, so this is not even the right clip. Let's go back here. So this is why we check things, because never get too confident here. That would have been very awkward to have that mistake in there as what went out the door. I'm doing the little step transition, which
First of all, this is...
I don't know why that looks better. I just figured that out this morning and I kind of like it. I wonder how far you could push that to make it.
About the event. First of all, this is...
Yeah, that's fine there. Split the difference. Okay.
First of all, this is my husband, Bruce.
So it just gives you like a little change and then she starts speaking, which is great. It kind of grabs your attention, starts speaking. So I've been helping with solving all the tech problems and just training on how to leverage technology. And Lindsay is focused very much on the content strategy. Together, we kind of make up everything you need to be able to deliver your message online.
Now, we know that between...
So we're gonna go out from Lindsay to me, then we're gonna come over here. Solving all the tech problems and just training on how. So I have this little gap which I want to clean up because I breathed or swallowed or something right there. I don't know why I did that. So this is where editing can do some editing magic and kind of make these things align. And now what I want to do on this clip is come into my shot here and get back. So what this does, like this little zoom in, zoom out, when you have two people, even if you have one, if you're just filming by yourself, it's very powerful. You can use this like I did for the landing page here. We jumped in and out, between just zoom in, zoom out. I even did some cool things where I like tracked and kind of moved the camera along. So it kind of felt a little bit like a fake dolly. And that worked great too. Solving all the tech problems and just... I'm gonna cut this even more aggressively. If you hold down Option for this, it does help grab just the audio or the... Solving all the tech problems and just training on how to leverage technology. And Lindsay is focused very much on the content strategy online.
Now we know.
So that's so it kind of cuts out. And so it feels like you're kind of changing cameras a little bit.
Now we know that between the
very nice.
Okay. Killer when you're trying to get your message
Oh, see, she repeated herself.
Know that between the tech and the content strategy, there are plenty of places where you can get stuck. And this can be a huge momentum killer when you're trying to get your message online.
So on this page, okay. Again, I'm glad I'm checking this because I did a very quick, as you can tell, very, very quick because I made a bunch of mistakes.
Now we know. Now we know that between the tech and the content strategy,
There's a little bit of a gap. I don't like that, so we're gonna.
now we know that between the
So by placing a little change a little bit ahead of time, it lets you focus on what like kind of it feels a little bit like it's overlapping a little bit, which is cool. Um,
now we know that between
so it changes and it forces your attention back to Lindsay, and then she starts speaking. It's a nice. It kind of redirects you to the right thing versus just a straight, clean audio video change at the exact same second. So, look, every time I have never done that little editing trick before. Maybe I've done it in one or two places, but I'm again really liking how that is and just doing this. That's the if you want to learn any of these tools, just do this stuff over and over and over again. I have been editing in Premiere and Final Cut for about 12 or 13 years now. So on this page only. So that's where we don't want to have that glitch like that where we're the same camera. So let's see, we're on. I have to kind of keep it straight. So we're that. Let me come in. Let's cut into Lindsay here. She has a little gap as well.
stuck. And this can be a huge momentum.
So I'm not going to get creative with this. I'm going to go copy from that first clip of Lindsay, and we're going to paste it right here. Paste attributes. Done. See, now it goes out. Bruce, zoomed out, back into Lindsay, zoomed out. Let's check that again.
Stuck. And this can be a huge momentum killer when you're trying to get your message online.
So on this page only, we are opening up our calendar for a one-on-one breakthrough call with either Lindsay or myself. So if you've got tech questions. So again, the trick here is to cut the second cut right where it starts speaking. And that seems to work really well. I know I'm doing this in real time, but I think for some people who are maybe watching the replay, you guys can fast forward if you want. Or myself. So if you've got tech questions. So I think we need to, let's see what.
Unstuck with your content strategy, you can book a call with me.
Okay, so we go here. So I would come into me, and then so again, I'm not going to be creative. I already have a clip here of myself zoomed in. If I was spending more time on this, I would color code these so I know who was speaking. You can book a call with me.
And if you're
Then we'll paste that here, paste attributes, okay. Or myself. So if you've got tech questions, any kind, you can book a call with me.
and if
There's a gap there where I kind of waited for her to start. So we're gonna kill the gap. Let's go like that and like that.
And if you're wanting to help get unstuck with your content strategy, you can book a call with me.
Typically we charge. And I think what I'm going to do is just go, I don't normally do this, but go from a tight shot of me to a tight shot of Lindsay because I need to come back to me. So either way, I'm going to have to go a tight shot to a tight shot. So.
And if you're wanting to help get unstuck with your content strategy, you can book a call with me.
Now, what I may do just to be very creative and no one else will care about this, but like I'm just going to see how I zoom that in just a hair and tilt it up a bit. It's just so it's like a little more random than just copy paste stuff. So if you want to be fancy, you can do that. Okay. Typically we chart. Just give this a little bit of breathing room because we don't want to feel too. Yeah, feeling a little rushed, and we're also talking about money, so let's like slow it down a hair. Typically, we charge 247. It's crazy. I know these are very small little changes that I'm making, but a half second, a second, here and there, it changes the pace and the style of the video. It can be very, choppy and in your face and aggressive. And that's not really our style, especially when we're talking about money and buying something. So these are little changes to make it seem smoother. Um,
So if you want to book
so there's a gap there.
with Bruce or myself, click add to order.
Okay, so there she missed.
So if you want to
I didn't even watch this last night.
book your breakthrough call with either Bruce or myself.
And that's it. Okay, so oops. Okay, so we're almost done. That's one's there. So we go out, and then we can come back into Lindsay. And let's go like that.
To book your breakthrough call.
Okay, we'll come into Lindsay here. Let's use this other one so we kind of change up. Copy and paste. And then what I'll do is I'm going to come back to both of us on screen as we end. So
$5. To book your breakthrough call with either Bruce or myself, just $95. To book your breakthrough call with either Bruce or myself, just click the add to order button below. If not, you can click the no thanks link and we'll see you.
So I'm just going to cut that right there. There's no real cut, and I'm just going to hit reset. So now we go. Just so we're both on screen at the end, and it ends the way that it started. Perfect. So I would go ahead and use this as is. Let's check that start one more time. I could make that just zooming all the way in and getting that first frame exactly where you want it, to where it's going to start the video, start the words right there, not starting here. You don't want to watch. There's just breath right there. So this one, it'll start right. Awesome. No breath, no nothing before that. You just want to grab people's attention. Those first few seconds are everything. So upsell video's done. This one is so close to being done. Let me just add the text real quick and we'll call it finished. I want to just add some text that says the price.
Where you can get stuck. And this can be a huge momentum killer.
We are opening up our tech questions $47 for this call, but on this page only, we're going to discount that for challenge attendees. Okay, so it's right there. Let's drop this in like that. Now, what's cool about this text and this graphic treatment is that it's going to help just jar the user just a little bit. So I'm going to say for only $9.95. Oh, $9.95. And let's go ahead and make this much larger. I'm gonna have to grab the tool here. Don't think that's centered. There we go. Now it's centered. I said for just, so we're gonna say for just, and I say I still feel like I'm gonna grab both of these clips and just push this to the right. I feel like I can get a little more breathing room here. It's just that extra beat. It's an extra second here, half a second, but that's much better. The price is the whole reason. I mean, it's on the page in other places, but there we go. So I think this is where we said like a 101.
And this can be a huge momentum killer when you're trying to get your message online.
So on this page only, we are opening up our calendar for a 101 break. So we'll say one-on-one breakthrough call right here for a one-on-one breakthrough call. I don't really mind that it's so big, but let's pull it back a hair. And then we're just going to time it. Breakthrough call one-on-one. So I just, where I said 4, call with either Lindsay. I want to hear Lindsay. Call with either Lindsay or myself. So if you've got tech questions, that's great. Okay, I like this. I'm happy to send this out. It's not, you kind of get to that point where it's not going to get any better. And I'm just looking to get this live. I'm looking for good enough. I just want to get it good enough to export it and start to use it. Getting it, there's a lot more I could do to edit this. I haven't even changed the color grading on it. The color. So if you're a, see, Facebook is calling me. I'm not saying they're listening to the fact that I'm about to do Facebook ads, but I just got a missed call from Facebook because they have a marketing expert who is very insistent on trying to get a hold of me. So anyway, just getting it good enough. That's the trick here. Getting it live. Like I said, I didn't do any graphic treatment too much. I just copied the styles from before. I'm not getting creative. And the color correction, it looked good enough. It looked better with it on than it off. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Yes or no. Add this, yes or no. Is it better with it, without it? Okay, either add it or move on to the next thing. Obsessing and overanalyzing and wondering if maybe I could take this sentence out or this word out and all that. It's got to be good enough. We kind of did an edit before we did it. And maybe while we're exporting here, I'll just share a little bit about kind of our process for the recording. We use a teleprompter. So I have a teleprompter right there that I'm looking at, and we can put text and various things on there. So I can look right at the text and be looking right at the camera. And so for all these videos you see, we do write them out because, and typically it'll take us for a 2 or 3 minute video. It'll take us about 20 to 30 minutes to record that. And we do a lot of different takes. We tweak the script a little bit, and that's how we go about it. And we do them, and we don't try to do a full take. We do them in sections. So kind of like you saw in here, each of those little blocks is kind of a section. So we do a sentence or two and then stop. Okay, let's do the next sentence or two. And then we do that till we get it right. And then we squash it all together and do a little bit of editing and make it seems really punchy when you're done with that. Because if you have, there's kind of a cadence to it. If you start a video and you're talking for 2 minutes, there's going to be times where you're more energetic, and then you kind of run out of steam and you get back up. So it's what you want to do is just by doing it fresh every 2 lines, it just comes across really punchy and to the point and crisp. And so that's what we want. And also we're kind of short on time for a lot of this stuff. So we don't want to sit and waste a lot of time on that. So let's go ahead and share back to the funnel. We have now shared second time for the share button. Let's pull this back up. Okay, so checking things off. We've now done the upsell video. I'm going to upload it to Vimeo. Here's Vimeo. Upload. July. Let's see here. Outputs. Upsell. We're going to let that sit there for a second and upload. And that's good. It's awesome. I need to make a thumbnail for this. So let's go back to Premiere. I'm not going to share this. I'm just going to quickly grab a thumbnail of the two of us smiling. Shouldn't be too difficult, I don't think. So let's grab. Every time you do every time you do a video, pause for the first few seconds and just smile. That is a hack that we have learned a lot that has really paid off. Just because you're going to need a good still frame, and if you didn't take the time to just pause and kind of smile like you're getting your picture taken, and then wait for go 1, 2, and then start, that gives you that great still frame that you can use, because you kind of need that for thumbnails. You need it for like the thumbnail I'm about to do here. So let's go back, and we had the other thumbnail in the community here, and we're down in here. I'll just say, would you like a breakthrough, like a breakthrough call? And we can go thumb. This is going to be the upsell thumbnail. Keep everything labeled and correctly as if someone else was going to be doing this, because most likely the person in the future working on this is going to be yourself, right? So that's a good hack. Okay, I think I can drag an image in. I haven't really done it in the browser version of Figma, so let's see if this works. Graphics, upsell. Oh, we're looking for that still. Here we go. Perfect. Send to back. Delete that. And then I just need to do the treatment here, which was saturation all the way down. I don't love this whole gold treatment we got going on, so let's rethink this. Where's that color coming from? Maybe we can do... Oh, see, it's a multiply. Let's see if we can change this up. Color burn, that's scary. We're looking for something that looks between cool and horror film. That's kind of my goal right here. I don't want it to look like an old photo either. Wow. Yeah, none of these are looking how I want them to look. Okay, multiply it is, and I think this is fine. I'm not going to obsess over it. I bet someone's going to be making fun of me in the future because I'll sit here and tweak the silliest things, and then I'll say, oh, I'm not going to obsess about it. It's like, what were you doing the last 5 minutes with that one setting? Okay, saving that. Okay, so now we can go back to Vimeo, and this is now processed, advanced. Let's go over here to thumbnails. This is, again, I kind of like Vimeo because, no, not select from video, sorry, upload. And upsell thumb. You got that perfect. Perfect thumbnail. Very nice. Okay, I'm just checking it. So now we need the link. Let's drop it into the upsell page. I believe we have this here, upsell. And there we go. I'm going to hit save, and then we'll hit preview and check this out.
Awesome, you are registered. Before you complete your order, we wanted to share some important information about the event. First of all, this is my husband, Bruce.
I forgot music because I have this cool music happening in my stream. So I was like, man, this really working well with this music that's going. And that's pretty funny. Well, let's hit no. Okay, that did work. Order confirmation. Okay, that's our last page. So let's do the last page here. Okay, so again, I'm gonna let it be functional here. I'll do a second pass and do some fine tuning, but right now we're not running ads, we're not making sales, we're not doing anything. So I got to get this out the door tonight, and then tomorrow I may come back here and do some more creative stuff to it, work on the copy, make sure all the links, are pretty on all the browsers and stuff. So for now, We're all about getting it functional. So let's get this thank you page up. And if we're going to do a thank you page, I have to make a thank you video. So let's flip on back to, I'm going to definitely do chapter markers for the people who are watching the replay. We'll have someone go in and put those in because that'll be really nice, I think. Okay. Copying all of this. Okay, paste that in there. This one's a little bit less, it's gonna be a little more casual, so, but I will still do the little cut in, cut out. Okay, let's watch it real quick.
Awesome. We are so excited to see you.
I'll definitely go back. I know I need to make a note of this, but I need to go back. I'm going to add it right now to the Notion. I need to go back and adjust Bruce versus Lindsay audio levels. And I need to add music. So I haven't done that on either of these. And I'm going to need to do that. And I'm not going to spend time on this. So upload a video, add to funnel. So we're doing well. Okay.
Inside the challenge.
We are going to be hosting our challenge inside the Kingdom Messenger website.
So I'm going to grab, how do we want to do this? I think I'm just going to grab some screenshots for now. That's going to be the fast way. So let's go back to Chrome. I'm going to, okay, let's flip over to Chrome again. I'm going to go set this up in Tribe Social, which is our software for communities. I have this open. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I need to go back to dashboard. We're going to go ahead and create a group. Add a group. We're going to call this July 2022. Let's do Kingdom. Well, let's just do 3-day. That's going to be long. Let's say 3-day July. 3-day challenge. I don't think it's on the Kingdom Messenger website, so I don't think we need to say Kingdom Messengers again. Although I think most of the groups have that. Okay, now I don't have to spend a lot of time on this. I can just go grab that cover photo we spent a minute on. And it's going to work great because I did that for Facebook. I made it earlier. And I'm going to make myself, and I'm going to make Lindsay, and we have Tamara. Are all going to be admins of this group. We have a purchase link, so that's going to be KMW July 2022. And it's going to be private. So purchase link means that if someone tries to access this and they have not signed up, they will be taken to this this checkout page, which is cool. So it kind of takes them from our site over to Clickfunnels. It lets them purchase, and then when they get back in, and they're going to get a magic link. So let me just grab this text here. I've typed it so many times, I probably could just do it, but paste, save. Okay, and I'm going to copy this magic URL. So I needed to do all of that so I could see. I can take some screenshots here. So I'm going to refresh, and that's on the far right. Oh man, I wonder how we're going to reorder this. I'm going to delete this one actually. That doesn't even have a photo. So it looks like they're going in reverse chronological order. Let's click on this. Okay, and that looks quite good. What else? Okay, we can screenshot this. This will be good. And this will be what we want to show. So I'm probably just going to use instead of screenshotting, there's not any text here. Content. Okay, let's go add some content, kind of build this out a little bit. So collection, we're going to call this day 1. We'll do challenge day 1. Oh, not a group. Oops. I'm going way too fast. Collections, add, challenge day 1. Author will be Bruce. I'll make a graphic later. Not right now, but we'll make a graphic. This is going to be number 1 in the list. It's going to be a course, and we want chronological. So it's going to go in order when we uploaded it. And the group going to be the July 22nd. So this is going to be a group of content. And I don't know if you do a publish date on a collection. Actually, I think you can do, well, no, I want that up there. And I'll just say save. And we're going to add collection. And I'm going to do challenge day 2. Bruce, same thing, number 2. And of course, chronological group's going to be that. So this is going to add kind of like, they're going to add units essentially to our page. And so I'm going to add another, just do the last one, 3. Oh, we don't have graphic. And 3, course, chronological group, save. Okay, so we should, now they're all the collections in the entire site. So I'm going to do one more. Welcome to the challenge. Welcome. I'll just say welcome to the challenge. I think there's enough room for that. Leave that there. And I'm going to make it position 0. So you can actually, the way that these work is it just does it in order of value. So 0 is going to be lower than 1. You can go -1 if you want. It's not the coolest way to do it, but it is very effective. Could definitely make a better user experience for that. Okay, and then content. I'm going to go ahead and add welcome to the challenge. We're going to upload. I don't have a thumbnail for this, and I haven't done my thank you video, but this thank you video is going to be in here, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to challenge day 1. I'm going to make it public. Yeah. Groups will be 3-day challenge, and I'm not going to leave a description. That's good for now. There's actually nothing in it, but I'll come back and add some content to that right now. So did all of that, so I can refresh. And now when you go to content, you see I got challenge, day 1, day 2, day 3, and this will actually open and close with all the posts in there. So there's, oh, I did it on challenge. I should need to do welcome to challenge. So that's, just change that. I was going a little fast. Welcome to the challenge. Save. So this will be the first assignment. I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have the date in here, which I'll just do is today. Save. Refresh. It doesn't say invalid date. It was posted 15 minutes ago. Okay. So I just want to make sure when I demo this, and there's the video. So I'm going to, once we finish the video, I'll upload it over here, and that's how that should go. And actually, this is fun. I never thought of this. Why don't we do the upsell video here? Why would we not do the upsell video here? Want to add a one-on-one breakthrough call, question mark? I'll leave that there. Drop this in to the welcome in the groups upload file. So now I can do the upsell video, and I can actually upload this video directly into Tribe. So why am I doing this? Okay, we're doing this because we'll be able to, when people come into the challenge, they may not have purchased that. So a lot of time, if you've ever run a challenge, it's just getting people to the right page with the right URL, with the right link. Like that's a real problem, like just getting people to the right page. So I'm trying to make this one hub where you go to content and everything you could ever want to get to is right here. I don't want people jumping between different things. So that's what we're thinking. That's what I'd like to do. So I'm gonna let that upload. Add it to do that. Authors Bruce. Leave that time on there. Let's do 6. It's gonna order it chronologically, so it's gonna put that other one first and then this one. And I can do our thumbnail because we already got one. It's perfect. Oh, I don't know if you can do 2 things at a time. Oh, I guess you can. What a cool app that we have here. Oh, and then I need a link. So let's say we'll link. What is the link? Upsell. I'm gonna say breakthrough call. I don't think we have anything called breakthrough call. Yep. So this will take you to the page, and I think if you arrive here without having first done your debit card, I think it will still work. Let me grab this URL now. Let's go to I'm going to do a incognito window. Oops. Breakthrough call, incognito window. I know I'm not sharing it with you. And if I try to purchase it, it says your credit card is declined, which is not a great message. It should just say your credit card is missing. But every time I get this stuff where it's like kind of working, I'm just going to roll with it because it's working. So we're going to go to purchase a one-on-one breakthrough call with Bruce or Lindsay, a 30-minute one-on-one call with Bruce and Lindsay. So there's the link. And we paste it again, enter, hit save. Okay, and I did make sure that was finished loading. So now I'm gonna go back over here, content, and we click on the breakthrough call.
Awesome, you are ready.
They have that, and right there is a link, so they can jump right out to that and purchase it. Pretty cool, right? I like that. Awesome. This is really coming together. This is our first challenge we're going to be doing. Actually, it's our second challenge doing it inside of Kingdom Messenger TV. We'll still be using Clickfunnels. Not Clickfunnels. We'll still be using Facebook. But that's a great. We're going to add that as well. Add. Join the Facebook group. Link. KMWFB. We don't need chat. This is for Bruce. Collections is welcome. And I want to make this like, let's make that like 10. So it's going to come after. I do need to come put a cool picture here of the Facebook group. Let's do it right now. This is going to be the hub. I think we're going to let anyone who has joined this. Let's go to the Facebook group here. Oh yeah, this is how it's not that interesting, but we'll save this. I'm just going to add it in here from my screenshots. So the cool thing about Tribe is you can upload any screenshot, because screenshots generally are very large in size. And so stay connected to our community in our private Facebook group. KMWFB. Oops. Click here to request access. Paste. Ah, come on. Who built this software anyway? Just kidding. We did. KMWFB. Hey, you know what? I was just going so fast here. KMWFB. Enter. There we go. Save. Perfect. So now let's go back here. Refresh. Welcome to the challenge. Join the Facebook group. And there's now like a button. And there's the picture. Join our Facebook group. And you can jump to other pieces here. So let's go finish the welcome video. And we'll come on back to this. So this is getting pretty long. We're up to about 2 hours. I may go ahead and just stop here. Let's do a quick overview here of where we are. Editing the videos. I have to do that. I have to edit this. Thank you. We have to upload it Vimeo. This, again, the edit it's a little bit misleading how this is set, because this is probably like 40 minutes. And then these all take, no time at all. The order form's done. Thank you page has still got to be done. We did create the group. We did upload the graphic. We did upload the instructional video. And I've grabbed the magic link. Let's just go ahead and do that. And this whole section I can cross off. And we'll call that whole Facebook group kind of ready to go. Oh, I know why we did all this. Because we need... why am I on Facebook? I'm on the wrong... There we go. We need to grab some screenshots of this. That's why we're here. Groups... 3-day challenge, and I'll come grab some screenshots. And what I actually need is over here, groups, and we'll go to 3-day challenge, and I'm going to copy a magic link. So this is when people click this link, they're going to jump straight into our account. So before we were sending them to a Clickfunnels page here. Create my Kingdom Messenger account. I don't love that that's all caps, so let's do normal. Let's reduce this to... for this type of stuff, we're going for ease of use. I don't really care about anything else design-wise. I want this to be super, super easy. Green is just good. I'll make a gold one. That's just gold. Create my Kingdom Messenger account. And welcome to the Kingdom Messenger challenge. So again, this is going to work. And don't forget your spam and junk folders. Let's do a wink. Okay, so welcome to the Kingdom Messenger challenge. I think we've been swapping this to paragraph and then just making this nice and big and bold. I think that's a better idea. Let's kill this. I don't know. Why can't you just be on one? Okay, again, this is functional. That's what we're looking for. Let's copy all our metadata here for the fourth and final time. Great, and why not share this over here? Okay, save. And all we want people to do on this page is just to create their account, and that's what that's going to do. It's going to kick them over into that group, and they're going to see a page that lets them put their email address and name and all that in. And I'm going to I love checking all of this stuff over and over and over again. That's not the right thing. Let's copy this. Now there we go. It did work. It's kind of funny. So they're going to see this Kingdom Messenger's full name. So that's the first thing they'll see. They'll enter this information. And then when they're signed in, they'll be taken directly into the page. I just wanted to check that looked good. And so we are done. Added this in here. And I've kind of cut the corners here, right? Because like there's the grab the magic link, and on this page, link to the event. We've done this. There's no video. I'm gonna turn these. Let's just make these checkbox. Why don't I check? This is in there. Add that is in there. This is in. That's in. Proof, read, copy. Update FAQ. I'm just make some notes of things I still want to do. Order form's good. $95 upsell 15. Oh, we didn't do the bump. We didn't do the bump, and that's actually over here. Okay, I'll see that real quick. There's, I mean, are either going to do it now or in an hour or two, so may as well go ahead and do it now. So what a bump is is when you're on the page, we're going to add a little checkbox that if they want lifetime access to the recordings, they can spend $15 and we'll give them lifetime access to the recordings. Lifetime access to recordings. Lifetime access to recordings. We'll say July 2022. And this is going to be a bump. And we're going to say save and next. And follow-up actions. Trigger this. Do this. Add to list. And Kingdom Messengers. And I need my tag, which is July, blah, 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 recordings. Where'd we go? Kingdom Messenger, create July 2020 recordings, save and close. Okay, so we've added a $15 product and they've added a tag. So we'll actually, when they purchase that, we want to be able to see that they purchased it, and that is all set up. And so the last thing I need to do is just add that bump here. This is like these stuff, like once you figure out where all this stuff is, it's not super. Here's an order bump, see? And then we just leave that right there and say like, I want lifetime recording. It's not a one-time offer. We'll just say like, the replays for the event are available for one week after the session. Will be the replays for the event will be available for only 1 week after each session. Add this to your order to keep access for life. So we just let them download this. This is an easy thing to do in Tribe. I know I don't love this color, but these things work super well when you just leave them ugly, I have found. And that little flashing thing doesn't hurt either. I'm just going to leave it kind of like that. Save. Okay, the bump is on there. So the reason you put all this stuff in there is you forget, like there's so many things you're jumping around to, and we are a good way through this. Like this is ready to go live. I'm gonna edit the video and I'll come back for a part 3 where we do the ads, but this is looking pretty good. This is about 2 hours. I was trying to keep each part to about 2 hours, so we're gonna go ahead and stop and I'll pick it up with a part 3. And in part 3 we will do the ads. We'll upload the ad. We will just check the funnel one more time, and then I'll do a little bit of active campaign automation. I'll go ahead and just do that with you guys there. So Let me know if you guys have any comments. You can tag me, and we'll see you in the next video.